what power, what influence, what impact, what does the Rashad movement want to see broken in terms of obstacles people are going through? What does the Rashad movement want to release into the atmosphere? What does this sound like?
I love that question, by the way. The Rashad movement, what do I want? There's a few things. One of them is stereotypes. One thing that I want to break are stereotypes, and that goes for anybody, you know, any minority that may be, or just I mean, there's just so much stereotype towards people. For example, with me, I'm just a very quiet, reserved person, right? I want to release that stereotype that, you know, you have to be boisterous and all that kind of stuff, you know, to make it in this world. Because I'm seeing there's a lot of people that are doing things that are questionable just to gain some kind of Insta fame, you know what I mean? And it's like, I see you as so much like a better person. You don't even have to do some of the things you're doing just to get that acceptance from people. That's the thing that gets me, you know? And I just want to say, you know what? You can be yourself, because there's some people that do things that they really don't like doing, but they're doing it just for that appreciation. You know what I mean? So, I mean, just know that you can study, and you can love hip-hop, and you can love dance, and you can love flowers, and you know what I mean? You can be the true you know? And it might take a little bit more time, but just know that patience, you know, in yourself especially. Yeah, you don't have to try to fit a mold or a stereotype to make it. Another movement of mine would just be like true love. True love. I know some people are difficult, but, you know, just be patient with them and truly love the person for who they are. Because I hear a lot of people saying, you know, I used to love them, but I got sick of them. You know what I mean? That's not love. You don't get sick of people if you truly love them, kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
You kind of stay by their side. And even if it's not in your best interest to stay close to them, you know, check up on them. You know, never leave them there just to, you know, banish kind of thing. It's just true love. Love people. Love your neighbor as much as you possibly can. Try not to be too cliquey. You know, be a community, not cliquey. As soon as you become a clique, you become exclusive, and you don't allow these people into your group and all that kind of stuff. But be a community of friendship, and, you know, open your arms to different kinds of people and all that kind of stuff, and just love them, right? So I think, and for sure, God is one of my movements. For sure. Absolutely. You know what I mean? Like, he's been so important to me. And I mean, I know there's many different faiths out there and cultures, but as for myself, I know that I wouldn't be where I am today without God. You know what I mean? Sometimes I say that he raised me because, you know, opening his scriptures from a little boy, there's just certain things that I've learned through reading that. You know what I mean? And now that I'm older, it's like, oh, this makes sense to act this way, kind of, you know what I mean? So, yeah, he's definitely my movement as well. Just knowing that there's something greater than myself, you know, is what keeps me grounded. Amen.
I love that.
Yeah.
I feel like for myself too, like everything that I do, I want him to move before me.
Absolutely.
I want to make sure that I'm in line with his movement, because I know for myself, when I'm doing it in Maria, it is a hot mess.
It feels like a hot mess. Yeah. I know.
And you feel the resistance, but like when you align with him, it's just, he's going to take you through some hard stuff. But it's because I feel like he wants to break things off of you so that when you're free, you can release others.
Absolutely.
Part of what the scriptures say about guarding your heart.
Guarding your heart.
Because
that's right.
Everything that we see, everything that we hear, everything that we interact with is an exchange. And if we don't guard the places in which we receive in terms of our ears, our eyes, like those are the things that go through our minds that will deposit in our hearts.
Deposit right here. That's true.
And if they take root, if bitterness or judgment or whatever people are saying or whatever you're seeing is taking root into your heart, and you weren't a good steward of your heart, that you allowed that to manifest without being, you weren't conscious of it.
Yes.
But to be aware.
Be aware.
and remove yourself from situations like that. It's where you get to keep your peace, where you gain strength in the Lord to keep your peace, because that's something that people don't steal. Yes. People talk about the devil stealing your peace. No. You gave that away.
That is true, isn't it?
Yeah.
Isn't that true?
Yeah.
Because you took, even if it's a small part of it, you gave something for the devil to hold on to. You know what I mean? And it takes root, and then before you know it, it gets like out of control. But like you said, be aware. Just be aware of it. Know when it's taking root. Attack it immediately. It's like, you know, you have a garden and you see a weed sticking out, attack it immediately, or it's gonna like eat your whole garden out, right? So yeah, you got to be very careful of that stuff. You know, absolutely.
We were talking about haters, and I couldn't help but think about all the haters that Jesus had.
Yeah.
Like, and they were like in the church.
Yeah.
And they were all chasing him down, trying to prove everything he said and did was wrong, and he still did it. Whether they were out to kill him or trick him into something or whatever, like he still did Jesus. He didn't do Jesus in this language or that language or whatever. He just did Jesus.
That is true.
And
that is true. He was grounded. He was very grounded. Yeah.
Rooted in what his father said. He didn't move in what God didn't say for him to move.
There you go.
And I feel like that is the power of what God does in your life.
Yeah.
That if you really submit yourself to him and he moves before you, there isn't anyone that can take your identity away.
That is the truth.
You know that you are a child of God. You know that this is my identity. I am the son of the living God. I'm a daughter of the living God.
And you don't have to change.
And you don't have to fit anybody's circle or clique or whatever.
Or agenda. You're just moving in you. And that's the thing too that I try to stay rooted in as well. Like you said it perfectly. When you're just doing you, you're truly doing you. You're truly rooted, right? So whoever you come into contact with, I can come into contact with the richest people or the poorest people. You're always going to get the same person. I know there's people that change according to group and clique and, you know, agendas, but I never change, no matter who I come into contact with. I don't think you'll ever hear anyone saying, oh, he was different with me or he was different. No, I've just always been the same person. And my mother taught me a lot about that too. Like, she's another person who's so, like, she's more outgoing than I am. She's more vocal than I am. So I learned so much from my mom as well, like growing up and watching her and how she interacts with everyone, and she treats everyone across the board fairly. And I'm so glad that she's been like that beacon of light in my life as well. You know, just to show me how you treat people. And yeah,